the internet is better. So I'm chewing ice right now, which is incredibly annoying, I understand. Okay, so I moved over here to hopefully get a little bit better internet. I don't know why it was being so laggy, but hopefully it won't now. All right, hello everyone that's coming over from Instagram. Because okay, I can do this because it's so ridiculously hot here and dry and grosso. I need a lip balm constantly. Okay, so hello if you are coming over from the poddy. If you do not know, this whole channel is in relation to my podcast, which is Tender Loving Care podcast. And basically the podcast, in it I review and chat about all things reality television. So whether it's Real Housewives on Bravo, whether it's TLC, 90 Day Fiance, I talk about all of it. And honestly, the new season of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, I could chat about forever. So hopefully I'm going to get people on here that are coming from my Instagram, which is Tender Loving Care podcast, to chat about it, because this season looks so good. We're only like one episode in and it looks like bloody amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. Let me just pull up a couple of things here that I do want to chat about. Yeah, sorry, I had to stop the previous chat and then come over here because the internet was kind of rubbish. I don't know what was going on. I still haven't figured out the filters on this. I think I have a filter on right now, but I need to get some good ones. Hello, I'm going to like and subscribe. Thank you, love. I really appreciate that. Let me see the thumbs up. I love it. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Joelle. Now, how did you find me? You just going through on YouTube tonight, and I want to know where you're from, what you're up to. I'm English and I'm currently in LA in California. Yay, thank you. Yeah, subscribing helps so much. I really, really appreciate it. So, Joelle, what's your situation? Are you coming here because you found me through the podcast, or are you just randomly ended up here? You tell me, because I would love to chat about Isaac. Nice pair. Okay, Isaac. I'm obviously assuming, Isaac, you're talking about my pair of ojos, my eyes, right? That's what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Isaac. It's nice when a man comes in and really, you know, just supports eye color. So thank you, Isaac. Edwin, hello from Holland. Oh, cool, you're from Holland. Love, love, love. Stop is back again. Oh my God, stop. I don't know what you're talking about. Pinch his cheeks. What does that mean? Suraj, hi. And Joelle, you said you're random. Cool. Ma'am, please remove your hair. Like, pull my hair out? I can't. Oh, ciao, Giuseppe, from Italy. Oh, thank you, thank you. Edwin, you made me smile. Edwin, you're making me smile. Please. Would you... okay, team please. I don't know what to even say to that. Everyone, like and subscribe. Joelle, you're so sweet. Thank you. Arjan, hi, ma'am. Hello. What are we talking about? Daniel, your channel has really helped my Negro. Whoa, stop. Oh my God. I'm so, I would marry you though. Not gonna lie, you look like wifey material as hell. Stop, let's get married. Where do you live? What do you do? Let's do it. And what we'll do is we'll film it all for the channel. That would be fun, right? Two randos meeting and getting married. Joelle, you're from Puerto Rico. Cool. Also, nice shirt. Thank you. Oh, Isaac, I'm not talking to you because you... Hello. I'm so sorry, my phone. I'm so confused too, half acre. Hang on. Excuse me a second. Okay. So I was on, this is the third time trying to make this live work. One, I was in the other part of the house and the internet was like lagging a ton. Hello, Rex. Hello, Joelle. Thank you. Megan, do you believe in God? I do, Megan. Joelle, Edwin, look at the like. I saw the like. Thank you, Joelle. Edwin, love the sound of your voice. Thank you. I'm going to be in Holland soon, actually, which is interesting. I'm in the States, though. Okay. Yeah, this is the third time trying to do this because the internet was like super laggy, and then I came to another part of my house and then my phone completely overheated. So the whole thing just like stopped. I'm so sorry. But I am back. I am back. What's your channel about? Half Acre Passages. Let me tell you about it. So basically this channel is accompanying my podcast. And my podcast is called Tender Loving Care ? It's been going for like nearly 3 years now. It's doing really well. We just got nominated for an American Reality Television Award. And the podcast goes, we basically break down reality television shows. So it could be like 90 Day Fiance. It could be, sorry, I just, Half Acre Passages. Let me get back to you because somebody just left me a really nice compliment, and it said, it's from Party Next Week. I can write the Declaration of Independence on your forehead. Well, don't have a comeback for that one, but thank you. Thank you for that comment. Party Next Week. Everything's appreciated here. Anyway, so on the podcast, yeah, I do like 3 episodes a week plus a Patreon. And on my 3 episodes a week, what I do is I break down 90 Day Fiance, if you watch that. It is available in many countries, but predominantly, you know, it's live here on a Sunday in America. Then I do Real Housewives as well, which is on Bravo. Plus on my Patreon channel, I cover true crime. So it's all really weird, wild, wonderful, bizarre true crime. And that's on my Patreon. But you can find everything about my podcast on Tender Loving Care Podcast on Instagram. And we're in, we're in like 23 countries or something now. I think it is each week we get downloads in 23 countries. So it's doing really, really well. It's a ton of work. But I want to start this YouTube channel so that I can like come on here and it's not so much about all of that. It will be, oh, hang on a second. You know, it would be good if I put this on Do Not Disturb, reality gossip and stuff like that, as well as, you know, like anything else that's going on. Because what I did want to talk about, and I don't know if you guys, if you don't want to talk about it, you want to talk about something else, because this is kind of going to be an open chat, which can be about, you know, anything to do with the TLC world or the Real Housewives world. But Nikocado Avocado. So I wouldn't say that I follow a massive amount of YouTubers, but Nikocado Avocado, I definitely didn't follow like him for years. But what I have seen with him is crazy what happened yesterday. If you're not aware, Nikocado Avocado is a huge YouTuber and he has made a fortune on YouTube, a fortune. And he started off like, I think he played the violin, didn't he? He played the violin, he traveled, and he was really, really into health. And he was a vegan, and the stuff he would eat, like it was, at one point he just only, I can't remember the term for it, but only ate fruit and was just really, really strict with his diet, very, very slim. And he was on this vegan journey with his boyfriend for a long time, and he started to get very unhealthy from it. So he went from this super, super slim, like vegan guy to then going to be a mukbanger. I don't even know how to pronounce, I always say that incorrectly, mukbanger. It always just sounds wrong when I say it. Anyway, and then he started to like blow up. Literally, like he went from a very, very slim guy to doing these insane, grotesque like mukbangs, like huge stuff. And he became known for that. And he put on like 200 pounds, like a massive amount of weight. And so he's been filming it, and he's been, you know, filming about how depressed he is that he put on all this weight, and then kind of trolling, and he's just made an absolute fortune from all of this. And then, can someone comment, by the way, because the last comment I have is from Party Next Week making fun of my forehead size. So that's all I'm staring at. So someone else give me a break. Whether it's Ivan, Rex, Jolie, somebody write something, please. That is not the last thing I want to be seeing on here. So yeah, yesterday then he comes on with this new video and he's like super thin again. So everybody thought he was trolling and saying, oh, this is an old video from when, you know, you started your YouTube channel. But it turns out he does this super mysterious video about how this was all a social experiment. And that for the past 2 years, none of his videos were in present time. They were all from, like, the latest would be 2022. And he's been posting maybe every several months, but none of them have been even from this year or last year, because he's been on this weight loss journey. And then boom, he turns up yesterday and he's super slim and he's lost like 200 pounds. It is wild. So everyone is kind of talking about it like in the YouTube kind of world, but I would love to know if you follow Nikocado Avocado and what your thoughts are on it, because a lot of people are like, it's a hoax. He didn't lose all that weight, because you'd see a load of loose skin and everything like that. But it really appears like it's real. It's wild. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the other things I wanted to chat about here, because I did have a list of something. Let me see. Party next week. You need to, that's a rude comment. Let's see. Kind of funny, but whatever. Who else is on here? Okay. All right. So if you haven't already, if you follow the podcast, if you're interested in like gossip, and let me know if you watch any of the reality shows, because I watch, as I say on my podcast, I cover 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance at the moment has like, it kind of springs off. We have 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. So that's when an American person is in love with somebody in a different country. And before they're going to bring them over to America on a 90-day fiance visa, they go to their country to sometimes meet them for the first time. And guys, this season is wild. It just started last week and it is insane. Like, I cannot explain to you. Thank you for likes and thumbs up. I cannot explain how bizarre it is. There's one guy, okay, I don't even know how to start with this. I tried to describe him to my friend. Okay. So there's one guy in 90 Day Fiance the other way. He is based in Las Vegas and he looks kind of like buttoned up and just very kind of like a stiff guy, but he isn't. He works at a drag club as well as like 2 other jobs. He has multiple jobs, and he has fallen in love with a girl from the Philippines. So he has a very particular type. He's like, I'm not really attracted to like conventional looking women or anything. He calls himself a gynosexual, which I have never ever heard before. But apparently that means, he says, that he's attracted to mostly trans women. He says, I want boobs, and he says, and I want a female penis. So you're trying to kind of understand what all of that means, but that's what he's attracted to, right? So he's decided, he's been chatting to her for a while, and he is going to go over to the Philippines to meet her for the first time. However, with all of these stories, there's always something that they forget to tell the person, right? So they're heading over. He's heading over to the Philippines. He's never even been in an airport before. He's never been on a flight before. And he's about to fly like 14, 15 hours to get to the Philippines to meet this woman for the first time. He hasn't discussed with her at all that he is A, completely broke, B, practically homeless. He doesn't have an apartment. He just stays with his like mates. He doesn't want to be monogamous with her. He wants to date her and then also sleep with other people. And he's also planning to go to the Philippines and just live there because it's cheaper. He's told her none of this. So the film crew's following him around, the TV crew's filming him around, leaving and just being like, yeah, I'm probably not going to come back. I'm just going to live in the Philippines because, you know, it's like cheaper and I can't afford America anymore. No idea if he can work there. Never left the country before. No idea about visas. Come to find out, he's also divorced and has 2 kids here that he doesn't see or have anything to do with. It's what these stories of people and these life decisions that they make are bananas. They are absolutely cuckoo. They really are. Is anybody gonna... Okay, somebody needs to write a comment right now, because as I say, the last one I'm looking at is Party Next Week. He made fun of the size of my forehead. Oh. So please, can somebody else leave a comment? Or maybe I should just pin his comment. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what we're covering on 90 Day Fiancé. It's crazy. So what this guy decided to do, he says, I've never left the country. I've heard that the Philippines is like, he says, very, very humid. So he's staying at his mate's house, right? And this film crew is following him as they go into his bathroom, and it's a tiny, tiny bathroom. And he brings in not one, but 2 hot plates, okay? He puts one on the sink and plugs it in, and then he puts one on the toilet. The toilet's down, puts it on there, plugs it in. So the one on the toilet, he fills with water that's boiling, so it gets super, super humid. And the one that's on over the sink, he decides, I honestly feel nauseous talking about this. It is so horrendous. And he's dead serious, by the way. He's not like putting all this on for the camera. He fills this pot with shrimp and garlic and chilies and all of this stuff and boils it. Takes all his clothes off. I shit you not, like this is what's happening. Takes all his clothes off and then begins to like sit up and press up in this tiny, tiny bathroom where he's sweating everywhere, boiling shrimp. And the camera guy is just like, what are you doing? Why are you doing all of this? And he goes, well, I thought it would be really, really good for me to understand what humidity's like in the Philippines. So I do this and I work out to kind of build up my stamina in here. And then, I mean, you can just hear like the silence of the shock of this poor cameraman that is shoved in this tiny bathroom having to record this absolute ding dong, right? And then he finishes his workout covered in sweat, so grosso, and then he sits on the floor, gets the pot, okay, of boiling shrimp. I feel so nauseous. Takes the shrimp and starts biting, like eating it. And he's like, yeah, the really hard thing with shrimp is the shells, like they're really crunchy. He doesn't even know to take shells off. This guy is an absolute Looney Tune. And he is traveling to Philippines to meet the woman of his dreams, but hasn't told her anything about who he actually is. So that's the kind of stuff that is on 90 Day Fiancé. Do any of you watch 90 Day? Oh, that was really weird. I thought I just felt an earthquake. I always look at my hanging plant to see if it moves. Okay, no. That's really weird. I'm very jumpy about earthquakes at the moment because we've had quite a few in LA recently where I am, and the weather has been boiling hot and it's been windy. And I don't think there is necessarily any scientific proof of this, but when it's windy and it's super hot, for some reason that makes me think there's going to be an earthquake. I think it's because somebody told me that once years ago, so I think there's going to be an earthquake. But every time there's like a jolt of something now, I'm like, shit, is this an earthquake happening? Oh my God, it's a lot. It is a lot. This place is scary right now. There's weird stuff in the air, guys. There's weird stuff in the air. So tell me, people that are watching right now, leave a comment, preferably not about the size of my forehead, and tell me where you are watching from and what you're doing. If it's Saturday night or wherever it is with you. I have this like whole cup of ice right here that I really want to chew, but that would be super annoying, wouldn't it? It'd probably be really annoying if I start chewing ice on camera. I'm sorry. I'm a monster, what can I say? It's too much, too much. Okay, so let me see how I do, okay. I wonder where Megan went. He was asking me if I believe in God. It was a very loaded question for this time of night on a Saturday, but I'm here for that. Let me see. Da da da. So guys, if there's anything that you want to talk about regarding reality television, let me know if you even watch it, because the one that everybody is messaging me about right now. Once again, I'm English, but I'm in Los Angeles. So what came out on Hulu, I think it was yesterday, was The Secret Lives of Mormon Women. And it's a series that is on Hulu. And it's a wild story. I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to get around to watching it. And basically, it's about these very, very young girls that are part of the Mormon faith, okay, in Salt Lake City in Utah. And they are all very, very stereotypical of that religion, that they got married really, really young and had kids, like 19 young, really, really young. And then they decided to form like this, I guess, TikTok account, but they were doing, the usual stuff like dances and then revealing or talking about their lives as Mormon women, okay? But it blew up, like it went super, super busy, it was super, super big, and they started to get a ton of recognition, and it was going really, really well. And then all this stuff starts to come out about how they're all like, or some of them are like swinging with each other. So this series like follows them, and there was a massive like fallout of what happened with them all. So I really, really, really want to watch that. Apparently that is I think it came out yesterday. So I need to watch that, but I also have to catch up on that. And then there's the new, the new Nicole Kidman thing on Netflix. Apparently it's supposed to be really, really good. Anyway, I am talking about very, very random things here. Let me know if there's anything that you want to talk about. Otherwise, yeah, just let me know if there's anything in particular you want to talk about. I'm here and I just really want to keep crunching this ice because I'm so hot, but it would be really, really annoying to all of you, right? Can I just suck on it? Would that be easier? Can I just do that instead? So obnoxious, I know. So tell me where you're listening from or watching from. No, this is really annoying. I wonder if people, the ASMR, people still make a lot of money over that. I'm trying. I'm really not sure. Okay, talking about other YouTubers. I was talking about Nikocado Avocado, but I want to know, on my podcast, I talk about like a lot of pop culture. I'm sorry, this is really annoying. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, that was so annoying. So I talk a lot of like pop culture and things like that. And what? Is that better? Oh, yeah, that ice pack. Oh, so I do talk a lot of like pop culture and stuff like that, and then random aspects of YouTube, like Foodie Beauty and Amber Lynn Reed. So what I would like to know is if any of you listening and watching, sorry, I'm so used to doing the podcast, I keep saying listening, anyone watching is keeping up with what's going on with Amber Lynn Reed and or Foodie Beauty, because I need to discuss that with somebody, and I feel like there just isn't enough people that I can talk to about it. So let me know if you're on YouTube and you watch like random stuff like what I'm doing right now, or if you follow particular YouTubers, any ones that you follow, and any gossip, because I'm telling you, I am obsessed with what's going on with Amber Lynn Reed at the moment. And all part of this thing called Girl World, which is GORL World. And it's so intense and there's so much to it. It would be ridiculous for me to try and break it down. But I just want to know, leave me a comment if any of you listen to it. For some reason, all my comments stopped. I was getting a load of comments and then it just all stopped. Am I still live? Yeah, I am. Okay. So yeah, anyway, but the last live that I did a week ago or so, I was recording my podcast while I was live on YouTube, and that was kind of fun, but I was getting super distracted, like reading all the comments. But I do have 2 episodes that I need to record of my podcast tonight. It's like 11 o'clock at night, but I need to record because I need to talk about on my Patreon channel. I just cover true crime stories. So they are some weird, wild, and bizarre true crime. And the one that I'm going to be covering today, that I'm going to record, is the story of a young couple that in the early 2000s, they were very devout Christians, and they're engaged to be married, and they were working at a Christian camp. And they went for a day trip, and they were going to go and stay in a hotel, but the hotel was fully booked. So they decided to camp on the beach. And what happened is, the next day they didn't return to the camp. And it was just their bodies shot to death. They had not been, that nothing had been moved or robbed. It looked completely motiveless crime. And it took many years to solve, and the story about them and how everything came to be is bizarre, but that I'm going to be telling on my Patreon. So if you're interested in listening to the podcast at all, just go to my Instagram, which is Tender Loving Care Podcast on Instagram. Follow me there. So I'm going to do that, and then I also need to I also need to record today of my podcast about 90 Day Fiance, the other way. That is when people in America go over to foreign countries that the majority of them have never been before, and they fall in love with someone from that country and they decide to live there. So there's always going to be like religious, cultural, so many differences, and it is really bloody fascinating. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do then, guys, is I'm probably going to head off of here, charge this phone again. I know it was getting super hot, so I need to like cool it down. And then I think I'm going to record. I'm going to come back on here to record my podcast. So I will be doing that probably within the next hour. If you're interested and can comment along as I'm recording my podcast, that'd be super cool. I also have, if you look at my channel, I have, I think, links. I have links to my Instagram, links to PayPal, links to my Twitch. I'm not sure, I may need to add that. But anyway, wherever you are, I hope you're having a beautiful morning or afternoon. I will be back on here, and until then, have a fabulous recording the podcast later if you want to join. If not, go and sleep well. Bye bye.